Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Evan again with another video that I hope is a blessing to you and your walk with the Lord. So the idea for this video comes from my own life, but is really summed up by the Lord saying, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways." So in this video, I want to talk about perspective. The idea came from my life because for a long time I wondered why do I not get what is going on around me? Why does my life really not make sense? And I could see things going on and draw a conclusion from my own wisdom, but it never worked out that way. In fact, however I saw things going was never how they turned out. Then came the humbling realization, I'm not as smart as my flesh would like me to think I am. In fact, I know nothing without the Lord, which was quickly followed by the revelation that my God is really smart and happens to know everything. On top of that, he sent his son to die for us. And one of the many things that makes available to us is friendship with God. The word says we are God's friend when we walk in righteousness or keep God's commands. I know, so what does that have to do with perspective? Well, when we are God's friends, he will tell us everything. So when we ask God for his perspective and his thoughts and ways and circumstances, he's going to tell us. Don't get caught up on the word righteousness. It simply means to be in right standing with God, which is why Christ came to die for us. If you believe in your heart and you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, forgiveness and repentance are available to you at any time. And we do nothing by our own power. We just ask the Lord, and in turn, we walk in righteousness. The word says when we stop seeking to sin, not that we don't sin, but when we stop pursuing sin and instead pursue God, we are righteous. I'll say this also. Like a car being hit by another car, it's not always our fault for our perspective being flipped and turned upside down. We may have simply been heading down the path of life and an outside force has altered our perspective on life. I use a car accident as an example, but it can be on mental, spiritual, and physical levels. It's just harder to recognize on the spiritual and mental levels. And that's why we allow God to search us and we stay humble to him. Even if he uses other people to share where our view has changed. And a good way to know that this has happened is given by Peter walking on water. If the circumstances of life are overwhelming you, that is a great sign that we have taken our eyes off our peace in the storm, which is Jesus Christ. The beauty is all we have to do is cry out, Lord, help, like Peter did. And I say this from personal experience, the Lord will correct your vision back to him. Remember, he's a God of love and wants to handle things quietly. Wrath and judgment are not the first response of our God. So let's be quick to cry out for help when we recognize we are sinking before the enemy is able to steal our joy, kill our peace, and destroy our love. After all, we are friends of God, and he is quick to fight for us, especially when the enemy attacks with jealousy, fits of rage, impurity, envy, divisions, and things like these. Because our enemy is not flesh and blood, and the battle is not ours to fight, so let the Lord fight the battle for you, and with all gentleness he will fix your eyes upon him again. And that's all I got for you this time. If the video has been a blessing, please share it and share the love of Christ however the Lord puts on your heart today. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.